continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The local government of Masinloc, Zambales denies that fishermen in their municipality experienced harassment from Chinese vessels in the West Philippine Sea. China, meanwhile, continues to belittle the Philippines' victory at The Hague. Maricel Halili with a report.
Nothing more than a piece of waste paper. This is how Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Lijian belittled the Philippines' landmark victory at the Permanent Court of Arbitration. Zhao said the ruling is illegal, null and void. This did not surprise Vice President Leni Robredo, but she is expecting more from the Philippine government.
Sana yung gobyerno natin willing din na magpakita ng konting tapang regarding the issue. Kasi talagang habang umaatras tayo, lalo lang tayong didiinan. Pag-interest na ng sariling bansa natin, dapat pumalag tayo.
Malacanang already expected this statement from China but insists that the government has done all that it could.
Hindi ko po alam kung anong gusto niyang tapang ipakita pero nagsalita na po ang presidente malinaw, matapang sa UN General Assembly.
Pala spokesman Roque says as far as the country is concerned, the arbitral win is something that's already set in stone.
The president said, and I quote, "The award is now part of international law, beyond compromise and beyond the reach of passing governments to dilute, diminish, or abandon. We firmly reject attempts to undermine it."
Meanwhile, the local government of Masinloc denies reports of some Filipino fishermen being harassed while fishing at Bajo de Masinloc. Town Mayor Arsenia Lim says such reports are purely recycled issues being brought up in time for the election season.
Sila po ay nakakapaghanap buhay na maayos. Na sila po ay lumalampas pa doon sa Scarborough.
The Philippine Coast Guard assures the public that 4 Philippine vessels are alternately monitoring the area to ensure the safety of Philippine fishermen. For News 5, Maricel Halili, We Are One News.
Media group slammed presidential spokesperson Roque over his condescending response to a BBC report on Filipino fishermen in the West Philippine Sea and to a question raised by one of the company's journalists. In a statement, the National Union of Journalists of the Philippines says that while government officials are free to disagree or debunk news reports, Roque had no license to call out BBC's Verma Rivera on national TV or to denigrate her team's output as mere gossip. Rivera was part of the BBC team reporting on Filipino fishermen who were supposedly prevented by Chinese ships from catching fish at Scarborough Shoal. The NUJP hits back at Roque with a tagline that he himself uses on social media, "Kalma lang." Meanwhile, the Foreign Correspondents Association of the Philippines says that they are deeply disturbed about Roque's response to a question asked by Rivera. Rivera asked Roque for comment on a palace statement saying that fishermen were lying when they claimed to have no access to the inner lagoon of the Scarborough Shoal. FOCAP said Roque's dismissal of the BBC report as deception and rumor was disparaging and condescending. They also noted that this was not the first time Roque treated journalists, particularly women, with disrespect. A multi-sectoral alliance reports that the PNP is now supposedly profiling homeowners from a subdivision in Laguna. In a Facebook post, Bagong Alyansang BAYAN-Laguna showed proof that the police is seeking personal information of Jubileeville subdivision residents. These include birth dates, contact numbers, and their home addresses. According to the letter signed by BAI Chief of Police Jose Tucio, this was supposedly in line with the ground mobilization of individuals to support campaigns against illegal drugs, criminality, and insurgency, among others. BAYAN-Laguna warns that this is not the first time that the PNP has initiated such projects, and instead of using the initiative for peace and order, they claim that the police is only using ordinary citizens for surveillance and red tagging. That's why the group is urging the local government of BAI to carefully examine the program and forbid it from being implemented. Joining us this morning on the line to address this directly is PNP spokesperson Ronaldo Olay to discuss this issue of the ground mobilization of the National Coalition of Lingkod Bayan advocacy support groups, specifically in Laguna. Good morning, General Olay. Can you hear us?
Yes, Charles. Good morning, and to all listeners, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
All right, thank you for your time this morning. What is your reaction to this specific statement from BAYAN-Laguna claiming that the PNP is profiling residents under the guise of national support groups?
Well, it's in the spirit of voluntarism, Charles. Wala namang sapilitan dyan, no? If they want to join, they can join. They don't want to give any information, they can do that. No, these are all part of the Likod Bayan advocacy support groups and force multipliers being organized by the Philippine National Police, just solely to give us to help your PNP in the fight against drugs, against terrorism, and against crime in general, Charles.
General, what I'm hearing is that this is voluntary on the part of those who are going to participate. But then what exactly is the purpose of getting the personal information of residents?
Well, it's part of the information that the PCRE needs to organize the group. But if they don't want to give any information, it's all right. Hindi naman sapilitan yan, Charles.
All right, so wala pong sapilitan. Kasama po dyan yung letter addressed to the President of the Homeowners Association. That's correct?
Yes, tama yan.
Opo.
At kung ayaw naman nilang mag-organize, okay lang. Yan naman, sabi ko nga, ay volunteerism yan. At naasahan natin na pag-join dyan is volunteers talaga, walang sapilitan.
Okay, parang force multiplier po ang nabanggit nila kanina, General. So what exactly will the members of the so-called national coalition be doing for the police?
Well, to help us gather information about crimes in general, Charles.
All right, one last question, General, before I let you go. Has the PNP actually initiated any other similar programs like this in other areas aside from this specific barangay in Laguna?
Well, this is being the Likod Bayan advocacy support groups and force volunteers, force multipliers, is being done nationally to organize our fight against criminality in general. And as I've said, it's volunteerism. Hindi sa pilitan yan. They don't want to join. If they don't want to give any information, it's all right with the organization, Charles.
All right, salamat po for your time this morning and for those clarifications, General. That was PNP spokesperson General Ronaldo Olay. The MVP Group celebrated the birthday of its chairman, Manny V. Pangilinan, yesterday by taking the Bike for Livelihood project of Team Women in Action to Malabon. Let's get the latest in this report from Gretchen Ho.
Malabon resident Trix lost his job as a caregiver when the pandemic hit the country. At the height of lockdowns, he tried to make ends meet as a tricycle driver, but it wasn't enough.
Sabi sa amin, wag na muna kaming pumasok. Baka daw mahawakan namin pasyente namin.
Now, Trix tries to stay afloat by selling milk tea online. Trix's business will keep on booming thanks to the Bike for Livelihood project of Team Women in Action and the MVP Group.
Makakatulong po kasi sa amin, yung bike na po na yun pang-deliver po kasi may online selling po kami.
"60 residents received bikes as well as helmets and vests. Now in Malabon, the project is about to complete its distribution target of 500 bikes since it kicked off in Pasig and carried on in other cities. The milestone is also in celebration of the 75th birthday of Chairman Manny V. Pangilinan. The Bikers United movement also held bike safety seminars and free tune-ups for the two-wheelers.
As we all know, Malabon is very much well known for its food and delicacies, and many of our recipients intend to use the bikes to complement their online selling for Malabon specialties such as Pancit Malabon,
Meron po kaming maliit na tapsilugan. Yung bike po na yan, gagamitin po yan para po sa deliver.
Saludo po ako sa inyo sa pagkakabigay niyo po sa akin ng bisikleta at malaking ginhawa na po sa akin.
Aside from the bike, Smart Communications also chipped in 15 smartphones and 15 pocket Wi-Fis. For Maynilad's part, it installed drinking fountains within the city's newest oval and sports facilities.
Alam naman natin na yung mga bikers natin, napakahirap mag-bike. Ang init, diba? Actually, miski mainit, miski malamig, nakakapagod mag-bike. So, laging kailangan ng tubig ng mga bikers.
Caloocan Councilor Enzo Oreta said they're studying proposals to install bike lanes in the city.
Mas marami pa ngayon na makaka-appreciate pa ng pagbibisikleta, lalo na kung magagamit nila ito para sa kanilang paghahanap buhay.
To cap it all off, everybody greeted the man of the hour who pedaled hard for the project's success.
Aces and Blackwater Bossing are set to open hostilities for the PBA Philippine Cup Season 46. The game will start at 12:30 p.m. at the Inares Arena in Pasig City on Friday. Then there will be a battle between the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters and the NLEX Road Warriors at 3 p.m., followed by a duel between the Meralco Bolts and the Northport Batang Pier at 6 p.m. Saturday games will then be composed of a match between the TNT Tropang Giga and the Terra Forma Jeep at 2 p.m. Then the Magnolia Hotshots and the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters will complete the doubleheader by 4:35 p.m. On Sunday, the games will start at 2 p.m. once more with a battle between the San Miguel Beermen and the Bolts. Meanwhile, Barangay Ginebra will then open up its title defense against the Road Warriors, and this will be followed by a matchup between the Blackwater and Rain or Shine. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 12 noon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.